in the fourth quarter and we aren't able to finish it. That's not like us. There were some great individual plays and efforts out there tonight, but at the end of the day, we didn't make enough plays. We got guys in position to make plays and get off the field and end the game. We didn't get it done. Plenty of opportunities on offense to finish the game. Didn't get it done, and just overall a disappointing night. Proud of the fight of our team, without a doubt. That was a great football game. We knew it was going to be a four-quarter SEC war. Told our guys all that all week. I want to thank the crowd. They were a weapon for us today. Knew they would be, and in the end, we just didn't do enough good things today to finish the game. Questions?
Shane, I know you haven't had a chance to really ingest it, but looking at the defense, just what did you see as the main problem out there tonight?
I saw the main problem, David. We call pressures and we don't run them. We play man coverage and didn't do a great job of keeping leverage. I mean, just in the first half alone, we ran a pressure where the corner came and for some reason he stopped, and we gave up an explosive pass because we didn't continue to run the pressure. We had another pressure call where we didn't run it in the first half. We had a holding penalty in the secondary in the first half. We had another pressure on a third down backed up where we're going to be off the field in the first half, and we didn't execute it properly. We talked to our guys about not jumping around the quarterback. We jumped and got beat on a pump fake. We had an offsides in the first half, so just did not play clean football. And then at the end of the day, we had some calls that were perfect calls. We ran a edge pressure. If somebody said, hey, a team is getting ready to run a reverse, what would be the perfect call? You would bring both people off the edge. We did it. We had a perfect call sometimes, and their guy made the play and we didn't. But we got good kids in that room. They're going to continue to make those plays. We've got to continue to do a better job of coaching them and putting them in position to make those plays.
Shane, kind of sticking with the defense, but Florida converted, I think, 3 fourth downs on their final 2 drives. Just how frustrating the situation of football and lack of execution?
Extremely, because that was a key going into the game, Colin, was third down and red zone. And, we did a good job, I thought, in the red zone of holding them to field goals in the first half. Credit the defense for that. Looking at it, we were good on third down. We were 50%. They were 4 of 15 on third down, but when they're 75% on fourth down, 2 of those, I think, in the last 2 drives, if I'm not mistaken, where we're off the field, and one of them, the game is absolutely over. And we bring a pressure, and because of the pressure, he's got to get rid of the ball quick. We got a flat player in the coverage, and should be off the field, and we didn't get it done. So disappointing that in situational football like that, we weren't able to get it done. They want to run the football. We did a great job, overall of stopping the run. We did a good job of running the football. But when they have, 81 plays for 494 yards and 423 of those are on the ground, it's going to be a tough night. Or in the air, it's going to be a tough night.
Shane, you said you call pressures and then you don't run them. Can you elaborate on that? Do you mean the players don't get the signal right, or what?
We got to look at it, Gene. No, they got the signal for some reason. We just had, I don't know if it was a formation. One thing that Florida does a good job of is, giving you multiple formations to prepare for shifts, motions, shift into empty, things like that. So like we talked about Tuesday in the press conference, with every call we have, there's adjustments within that call. And with some of the pressures that we called tonight, we did not do a great job of, for whatever reason, of adjusting and communicating things as well. And it wasn't a ton. I mean, we caught a bunch of pressures tonight that probably more so than normal that we did execute, and when we do, we gotta get there. We hit that quarterback, but we didn't sack him enough in my mind.
Can you talk about, you've had 4 miscues in the special teams with the extra points, jumping off sides, and then the one on the holder, and then the short punts and all?
Short punts, I don't know. Cobb bombed the first one. Kai's a big-time player. I don't worry about him at all. Not everyone's going to be perfect. The bad snap, I don't know. Hunter's been really good. We thought early in the game they were hitting our snapper. There's one extra point where Hunter, the snapper, ends up 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage because he got hit, and I was told that our guards were knocking those guys into Hunter. But, he's made too many big snaps. Don't worry about him. And I'm sorry, what were the other 2?
The other one was jumping off sides on the extra point, and then they got the 2-point conversion for the outside.
Yeah, disappointing. Play smart football is, one of our keys to winning the game, and they were the team, coming in. They had 19 penalties in 2 away games. Florida did. They played clean football. They had 6 penalties today, and we had 9, and some of those were self-inflicted, which is disappointing.
Shane, Blanton and Lee each left the game. Was there an update on that?
Stone had a thigh bruise. I think he'll be fine. Vershawn had a little bit of a knee. We'll get a look at that tomorrow. He tried to go in the second half and didn't feel like he could do what he needed to do. Credit him. Give him credit. I mean, what a dude to move from our starting center to be our starting right tackle today. He's everything that you want in this program. So, thankful for him. And then the other one was, proud of Mario. He had an ankle injury in the first half that he really fought through to play with in the second half. Not many guys would have been able to do that, and he fought through it, and proud of him from that standpoint.
Kind of sticking with situational football, you got a possession with 5 minutes left and one with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Anything you put your finger on for why neither of those two in those situations could move the ball?
I can't remember. I'm sorry. I can't remember. I'll be able to tell you better tomorrow night in the teleconference. But certainly, we want to be able to get points at the end of the half, and we won and deferred and knew we had a chance to get points before the first half and get the ball to start the second half, and that could be a big swing, and didn't do as well as we would have liked.
Shane, you guys are 2-4 for the first time in your tenure. Just what was your message to the guys in the locker room?
That I was proud of them. They laid it on the line. We talked about it this week. That every single game, every single week in this league is a war, and you got to prepare. And they did. I mean, we had a great week of practice. The bye week was good for us. We had a really good week of practice. We were confident coming into this game. We should have been. And my message was we didn't make enough plays. And they made the plays when it counted. Give them credit. To be down 10 points in the fourth quarter on the road, they did a great job. But then my message also was I know how this group will respond. They always have. They'll come right back to work tomorrow. We got a team meeting at 3 o'clock like we do every Sunday, and they will show up at 3 o'clock ready to get back to work. We'll have a great practice tomorrow night like we always do, and that we've got to respond, that we got a big challenge going on the road next week to Missouri. And we got to perform, and that's life. You put a lot into stuff, and it's all about how you respond. That not to get, too deep in here, but that's, when they leave college and they're a husband, they're a father, whatever it might be, there's going to be tough times that happen. And so how do you respond? And I know the kind of people we have in that locker room, and I'm proud to be their coach and can't wait to get back to work with them tomorrow.
Coach, losing a game like this obviously can be a little deflating, but how do you make sure that they can still maintain focus? The schedule's not getting any easier, and not let it beat you twice, so to speak.
Yeah, just that, the kind of people we have in this room, proud of on our team, proud of the people we have in that locker room, the culture we have on this team. Certainly this is a gut-wrenching loss. I get it, but we're the halfway point of the season, and we're going on the road, and then we come back home, and we got 4 home games in November. So we've got to get a lot better as a team. We are, like I said, we're 6 games in, so now we're officially in the second half of the season, and we've always been a team that gets better as the year goes. And like I said, I mean, there's some great young men in that locker room that are really, 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 really hurting right now because of what they put into that, and I know they're eager to compete. And we work our butts off year round for 12 opportunities, and it hasn't been good enough in the first 6, but we got 6 more to go, and we love to compete, and I have no doubt our guys will continue to love to compete.
Changes you made on the offensive line, what did you see from those guys? And it looked like you got traded the ball more, and even on offense, Juju was more involved in the passing game. What did you see from those guys?
I thought they all did well. That was a decision we made in the bye week to move Trey Jones to offensive guard. I thought he did some good things overall. Vershawn, like I said, moving the right tackle. I thought he did well. I didn't feel like, the couple times I got good defensive ends, and a couple times the protection, we got beat. But overall, I thought at tackle we were, okay with Vershawn out there. Nick came in and played center. Losing Vershawn, obviously, in the second half is not ideal because that's your guy that you started the game as your right tackle, and now he's basically not able to play the second half. That's tough. Trey Knox, Josh Simon. When I talk about guys making plays, we had a lot of guys that made some plays tonight. Trey Knox, 8 catches for 50 yards. Josh on that touchdown run, that was a big-time play and catch and run that he had. And then, we want to rotate. I said it all along. I feel good about our running back group with Juju and DK and Mario, and all those guys did some good things tonight.
With all the big plays through the air, can you put your finger on what needs to change to help kind of limit those? It seems like it's been an issue.
Yeah, I don't know. When you give up that many explosive plays in the secondary, it's tough to win. We got, it's not like we're a super young group. Obviously, Kilgore's a true freshman, but, O'Donnell and Marcellus are older guys for us, and Nick and DQ are in their second years. And again, we played a ton of, our whole thing defensively today was we wanted to be more aggressive, and we brought a lot of pressure, and we played a lot of man coverage behind it. To me, we got to continue to do a good job of disguising. They hit one deep ball down our sideline, I think, in the third quarter, where, everybody in the stadium knew we were in man-free coverage, and they checked and hit us on a deep ball, so we got to continue to do a better job of disguising. We brought a 0 blitz one time, and we didn't play with the proper leverage, and we got beat inside on a slant. We got to play with the right leverage and technique and play inside on that. So it's, and when you're out there on an island at defensive back and you're playing a ton of man coverage like we did, that's going to happen. And their guys made a lot of plays, and we didn't make enough of them out there in the secondary. And I don't think we had any turnovers today. Is that right? Okay, yeah, but I'm saying our defense, we didn't create any turnovers, and it's tough to win games in this league if you're not creating turnovers.
On your last possession, 75 yards, you got 3 timeouts, 40-something seconds. What did you and Dow, did you have a chance to really talk about what you wanted to do on that series besides just taking deep shots? Did you have some idea of how you want to try to attack them down the field?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's be honest, as soon as they got the ball back, we were talking on offense about let's have our 2-minute offense ready because we hadn't stopped them all day. And, I was hoping to get a stop right there, and we should have if we make plays. But you anticipate them scoring or at least being prepared if they score, that you have an answer. We can't think the game's over. Offensively, we were always thinking about, okay, what could happen? So we were just talking. We knew we had 3 timeouts and really had plenty of time. We worked 2-minute drill every Sunday night in practice and every Thursday in practice, and really felt confident with 3 timeouts and Spencer Rattler at your quarterback at the quarterback position. Thought we were going to go win the football game, to be honest with you. And for us, Phil, it was just we got plenty of time. Let's just call our offense and do what we do. And certainly we like downfield throws, but we checked it down to DK. He ran for a first down, and then we just can't throw an interception there, and tough way to finish. Thank you, guys.